Hi and welcome to Take Time to Create. This is where we take time out of our everyday lives to create new and wonderful things. So today I'm actually doing a design challenge, and this is for the company Oddball Art Company. And this is their March challenge, and I'm really excited because this is the first time I've worked with any of their digital stamps, and I think they're adorable and I love them and they're so creative and clever. So I created an art journal page. So let me show you what I came up with. So today we have an art journal page, and this one, I'm actually doing a challenge for Oddball Art Company. It's the March Art Challenge. It's very good. It's a very loose challenge. You know, you can really play with it and have a really good time with it. So I am going to do this, and I have just recently found Oddball Art Company, and I'm actually in love with them. I love everything they do. I love their art. I will link everything, including the challenge, in the description box down below. But to start this page, we're going to need to get some background going. So I have some dictionary pages, Mod Podge, and a silicone brush, and we're just going to do what we always do and layer up the background. All right, background is on and it is dry. I just blasted it with a heat tool. So I have two of these blending tools, and I have Distress Ink in Salty Ocean and Chipped Sapphire. And I'm just going to blend the sky, because what we're going to do is we're going to have a field of 4-leaf clovers. So yeah, let's just get to blending some sky, and this is just kind of swirl it around, blend it. This is why you want to make sure your background's dry, because it would not work very well if it was not dry. Now make sure you come down a little bit. Even though my field of clover will be further down, we want to have some overlapping. Okay, so I spritzed it a little bit with water to bring out the neat texture and detail that comes with it, but of course you can't really see that. So that's going to be the background for now. I'm going to add more as we go on. But what I need to do is cut out my 4-leaf clovers. So I printed up a bunch of sizes for 4-leaf clovers, but I think I'm going to use this tiny size. Let me cut it out. All right, this little guy down here in the bottom, and I'm going to want to put green on the bottom. So I have Mowed Lawn in the Distress Ink, and I'm just going to put this on the bottom so that there is some green on the bottom, just in case some of the collage pieces come through, but I'm not sure how many I'm going to put on there, so we'll see. Just give yourself some greenery. All right, so to do the clovers, I have a bunch of maps, and I love the green on the maps, and I am just going to cut out clovers in green maps. So these all just came from magazine cutouts, and I love them. I love the detail with them. I think they'll look great, but this is going to take 1,000 years. So I will speed up a little bit, and I will just do this, and I don't know how many I'm going to have to cut out, but to me, this is a really therapeutic thing, so if it's not for you, I would suggest you don't do this technique. I'm not going to bother with the stem. I'm just going to cut that out. And this, I just found this template somewhere online. It didn't really matter to me. I just grabbed it. So yeah, so I'm just going to cut out 800,000 little 4-leaf clovers, and then we'll get to work with the rest of it, and we will build the rest of our scenes, and I will show you the digital stamp that we're going to be doing. And let me show you that first before I get to cutting all of these out. Now this is all Oddball art. I loved this digital stamp, this cat here, and we're going to put this cat on a rock, and I'm going to use more magazine cutouts, and I'm just going to kind of rip these up into little pieces and give the cat, somewhere to perch. Oh, there's the cat. Somewhere to perch, and then we'll put clovers all around as well. So those are the next things we're going to do, and I do need to color this kitty, but I will get to that in a few minutes. But what I'm going to do first is cut out the kitty. And so to adhere the collage piece on, I'm going to use Mod Podge, so I'll collage those on, and I'll cut out clovers, and I will collage those on as well, just kind of making it a whole field of clovers. Yeah, so yeah, and then we've got our kitty looking out, sitting on a rock. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this. right, so I want to make the ground a little more green before I add my clovers. So I have some metallic paints. I have pearl white, festive green. I might go brighter with crystal green and maybe some rich espresso in there. Not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing with these. I know what I'm going to be doing with the colors, but I'm not exactly sure which ones. So I'm going to stick a little bit on my palette. And like I always say, by palette, I mean paper plate that has a lot of paint on it. And then I'm just going to use my finger and dab around and make a field. And I want a little bit of contrast because I've got light green. These are super light green. It's going to blend a little bit too much, but if I add some other browns and whites in there, I think it'll stand out just a little bit more. And yeah, so I'm just going to take this and just use my finger and just kind of dab around. All right, so I have the rock already built up with the ripped, and then I put the paint down here for grass and greenery and all that good stuff. I want to add some texture in the sky, and so I have, this is a Finnabar bubble stencil, and I'm using the Finnabar modeling paste. Any type of modeling paste will do. You just want to get some texture in here, and I kind of think they look a little like clouds, but I don't have a cloud stencil, so this is good enough. Now you don't want to have bubbles everywhere, so put a few and move it around. You don't want to have it coating everything. You just want to have a little bit here and there, and I think that's the fun way to do it. I think people get a little overzealous with their stencils, and I don't think you need to. But if you find you have a little too many, because I think I've got a little too much here, just take your spatula or brush or whatever and just take a little bit off, and I think I needed to do that there. Take a little bit off. Take a little bit off here. Perfect. Okay, and make sure you put it all back in your tub. You can use all of it again. Okay, so the shamrocks are dry and you can't see them very good. Let me see if I can raise it up. Move that. Okay. All right, so you can kind of see the shamrocks when I hold it up, and so I want to emphasize them a little more. So I have these Art Nouveau Nightscape pins. These are water-based pins. I'm grabbing the green, the brown, and the black. Any water-based marker should work just fine for this. And I'm just going to highlight around and smudge it, just to kind of give it a little bit of highlight. So you want to work while it's still wet. There we go, much better. You can see the shamrocks much, much better. All right. So now, before we paint, we need to make sure this is completely dry, and it's not. So let's color our little cat. So we're all scooted in now, and I'm feeling like I want a gray cat. And here's a silver. I'm using Prismacolor, just colored pencils. So just any colored pencils will work. And I'm going to leave the bones white on the little kitty. And I'm starting with just a regular pencil, just kind of coloring in, shading this little guy. Just whatever you want to do to color in your kitty cat. But I don't have one of those, fancy blender things that they come out with, you can get at the craft store or the art store. So I just use a Q-tip to kind of blend it all. But there we go. We have a gray kitty, and I think he looks just adorable, just like this. And so now we're going to put the rest of the page together. Okay, so I decided that I needed to add some Wink of Stella, just a clear one, to all of the bones, and you can't really tell. But is it really my project if I don't add some kind of glitter somewhere on the project? It's just a fun little detail that I am enjoying putting on. So, yep, I'm going to go do that, and you cannot tell at all. So pretend like there's glitter, pretend like you can see it, pretend like it's shimmering in the light. But, of course, I just love that. I may have to add another layer on after I adhere it down with the gel medium or the Mod Podge. It might dull it. But that's okay. We'll just have 2 layers if I have to, but I thought I'd get it on now. And yeah, so let's let this dry and then we will put the final touches on the art journal page. All right, so we have our little kitty and I'm going to go ahead and adhere him down so I can get the rest of this page done. I'm just using Mod Podge because that's what I've been using on this whole page. I might as well keep with that. Now I have a lot of texture on this where the kitty's going because I put that stencil where the kitty is, but that's okay. Gives him a little bit of dimension. Smear on. Yep, I'm gonna have to go over where I had the Wink of Stella. It covered up the Mod Podge, and I figured that would happen. I just, so when you do it, plan ahead. Don't put the Wink of Stella on till after you already put your kitty on his rock or whatever you're doing after you Mod Podge. So I feel like I need to add more to the sky, so I'm going to add some gray to the sky, nickel. I have some blue sapphire, ice blue, this is pewter, and some white pearl. And I'm just taking my finger and I'm just going to kind of smear around, add more color, and just get more detail in here. So yeah, use your fingers. If you don't want to use your fingers, of course you may use a brush. That's always acceptable, but I love my fingers for this. I don't want it too fancy. I don't want it too formal. I want it more on the loose side. Now take a baby wipe and just kind of blend it together. So I added more Wink of Stella, and once again you can't see, but the kitty is shiny, much better. And I'm just going to outline the kitty to really bring him out. To outline everything, I used a Faber-Castell, and this is the brush tip. I just like that tip because I think it works really well. All right, so of course I need to add some quotes. I have clipping stickers from Tim Holtz, and I have this one. It says, lucky, luckier, having good luck or fortune, successful, auspicious. What a perfect little quote. I'll put that down here. I also have this one, says a wonderful creature, and that's what I think this kitty is, a wonderful creature. And then I have I lived beneath open sky, tiny up there. I'm gonna add a few butterflies. These are Dollar Tree butterflies. I haven't seen them for a while, but they come and go. I think they're so popular that they go really fast. If I can find them online, I will leave a link to them in the description box down below. But I thought some butterflies would be nice. And I have a couple blue ones as well. I thought the open sky was a little too open, so I wanted to add just a few details. And I have these dot stickers that I'm going to add as well, just to really round out, because I've got the dots in the sky. I'm gonna stick some dots, well, kind of everywhere, just to bring a little more. I'm going to stick some in the ground here, some green ones. And there we go. This page is done. So we have the little dots, the quotes, we've got lots of texture and detail, and my entry for the March Design Challenge for Oddball Art Company is all done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this design challenge for Oddball Art Company, and it's for the month of March, and I hope you go check them out. All of the information and all of the links are in the description box down below. If you'd like to follow me on my social media, I have 2 Instagrams. I have Take Time to Create, which is all my crafty goodies. I have Linda's Journey 78, which is my personal journey, just family and vacations and all of those kinds of things. I also have a Facebook page and I have a blog. All of those links are in the description box down below. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I post new videos. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.